Texas A&M have become the first team in the SEC since 2004 to win after trailing by 27 points after coming back yesterday versus South Carolina. And that is after one of their wide receivers got 80-yard touchdown, then was limping going into the tunnel, then came back out. All of his teammates started to greet him, and then a cop that was there for the game, that was one of the cops that walks around the game to basically protect it, uh, just walked into two of the players and then acted like it was their fault.
Yeah, the game would have made headlines without all that, but now it's pretty much all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of shoulder checked him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know. You haven't heard a response from the police yet, other than they're looking into it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they said that they sent him home from the game.
Yeah, I'm assuming working security there.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sent home
Not
from
anymore.
the game, and then the inspector general is looking into the incident, and that's it.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, for something like that to happen and a good comeback, it's just unnecessary. And plus, I get if you're having a bad day, that's one thing, but
Even
the
then, you're
world
still
is
a dick.
watching. Yeah, there's no need to act like that, no matter what. Especially to the. I mean, I don't know if he had a beef with the players or what. I don't think anything's really come out yet, but it's
It might just be a dick.
yeah, it was uncalled for. And he had to know the entire world is watching this, or if something happens, it's, I mean, maybe he thought that it was so subtle that nothing was going to come of it, but I don't know. Did he never apologized?
I didn't
It
see
seemed like
anything.
on the video, he just had an attitude.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about it. It was, I saw the, basically, the police department's response, and then that was basically it.
Which, I mean, what else are you going to do? You can't defend that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just,
Even if,
yeah, it's a terrible look.
and I don't think this, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Even if the player said something that was out of line, I mean, that's kind of borderline assault. You don't put your
even
hands
if
or
one said
shoulder
it,
on
you still
somebody.
hit two players.
Yeah, it was bad sportsmanship all around on the well for the police officer. I know he's not part of the sport, but it was just looks bad. It's bad image for the. It already shines a bad light on the police department, and I'm sure there's a lot of good guys that and gals that work there, but it's just that's just. I mean, come on. There's no need to be a dick.
Yeah, I don't know. But, like, also, right after that, they outscored South Carolina 28-3 for the rest of the game, and came back in the largest comeback since 2004.
Yep. Maybe they need a cop to come out and be a dick next week too, or next game.
No.
Well, hell. I'm thinking that
I think that was 10-0 as well.
That was a revenge comeback. I think they needed it. Pretty impressive all around, or the scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 10-0. They're 10-0 right now. They're the best team in the SEC.
Yeah. It's also the largest comeback in Texas A&M history.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will. And we're happy you're joining us today as we're recording on a Sunday. We got a ton of stuff to talk about. There's some baseball news, hockey, all everything sports, actually. So quite a bit to get into. So you want to start us off, Will?
Yeah, we have.
Will you start us off, Will?
Shush. We have the the MLB awards, the rest of them.
Woo-hoo.
And some of them are kind of controversial. Like
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. A couple of them are actually. I believe the most controversial. What do you think I'm about to say?
You're gonna say Cal Raleigh, but
No, I'm not. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the manager of the year.
oh yeah, who cares about the manager of the
Stephen
year?
Vogt. It should have been John Snyder. Yeah, he should have won it.
Well, traditionally, I've always known a lot of times it's the managers that make it to the World Series that end up winning a lot, more
Yeah.
often than not.
Yeah, this is the first time that the manager of the years have both been back to back.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck Cleveland, first of all.
yeah, and Cleveland's manager
And Ohio.
won it, but I don't know. He did have. They were doing horrible in the division, and then all of a sudden they come back to win it. So that's probably why he won it. But
Yeah. He had
They didn't make it-
17 first place votes. John Schneider had 10.
don't
AJ
get
Hinch didn't have any first place votes. Wow. Alex Cora had one for some fucking reason. And then the Seattle Mariners guy got 2 for some reason.
yeah, and see, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. He had
I'm thinking it's because the comeback Cleveland made. But hell, Tigers had a comeback last year, and our manager didn't win.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, AJ Hinch did, and he had I thought he was a great manager for Detroit the last few years. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah, Pat Murphy had 27 first place votes, and then Terry Francona had 2, and then
which all of them that got, I mean, they're all good managers. So, and people care less and less about. I don't know why you think that's more of a controversy, but people
because
care
it
about
just
the
pissed
MVP
me
and the
off.
Cy
He
Young.
was so fucking good.
He was, but I mean, you can't argue with any of them. They were all really good, but yeah, screw Seattle too because they beat us.
And I just don't like it because it's Cleveland. Fuck Cleveland.
Yeah, moving on, or you got anything else there?
Well,
I mean, we got to
just
run down the
fuck
rest
Ohio again, but
yeah, screw Ohio.
and now we're gonna talk about the MVP race that everyone has been talking about for I don't know how long. The National League MVP race. Shohei Ohtani won his 4th MVP and his 3rd in a row, and I believe his 3rd unanimously. And he already had the record for the most unanimous MVPs in sports history. Like all of the American sports, he had the most unanimous MVPs previously, and he just added another, just completely dominating the National League. And him and Barry Bonds are the only 2 players in MLB history with 4 or more MVPs.
Yeah,
He has 7, obviously.
Bonds does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shohei won in 21 and 23 with the Angels, and then he goes to the Dodgers and wins back to back. Well, back to back technically, but with the Dodgers, he's won 2. So 2 in each league. Pretty impressive. He's on a tear like no one's ever seen. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
they might end up saying that Babe Ruth is the Shohei of his generation because by the time this is said and done,
Yeah.
I mean, God, you never
It's
seen
crazy.
anything like it. And he joins a very impressive list spanning all sports of players to win 4+ MVP awards in a 5-season span. And among the 4 major sports, he joins LeBron James for basketball, of course, Bill Russell back in the 60s, Wayne Gretzky, and Barry Bonds. So some of the greatest names of all time, whether you agree with Bonds or not, to be up there in the greats. He did win 7 MVP awards. Yeah, steroid era too, but still, he was the only. I mean, you kind of think about it. Of all the good play, if all the players were on steroids, Bonds was still the best out of them. So,
Yeah.
I don't care. That's an impressive list, and 3 out of the 4 there are in the Hall of Fame. So he joins all of those guys, and what an accomplishment for Shohei. And he's not done; he's still in his
Yeah.
prime. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
who knows? He could. He's going to set some records before he's done. He already has, but he's going to set. I think
Yeah,
if he
he's gonna
stays
get some
healthy,
more.
he's going to be.
I mean, I just remember the video of him hitting a ball through the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah,
It's one of the most iconic videos of him. I see it every couple of like weeks on Twitter or Instagram. It's
Well,
so freaking iconic.
the way he's going, that 7 MVPs for Bonds, it might be Otani's record by the time he's said and done if he keeps this
Yeah.
up. Because
It's crazy.
I mean, it would be almost impossible to think that he's going to be able to keep up this pace. But look what he's done in the last 5 years anyway. He won 4 MVPs in 5 seasons, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But I don't see him going downhill next year unless something crazy happens. Hopefully, hopefully he stays healthy and he continues on this pace. So, world, look out. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now getting into the actual MVP race that everyone has been talking about. Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge. I wanted
Big dumper.
Cal, big dumper, obviously to win. And he probably should have, considering since the Baseball Writers Association began awarding the MVP in 1931, Cal Raleigh is the only MLB player to hit 60 home runs for a playoff team and not win the MVP.
But if you think of it, 60 is not done that friggin' often, though. I mean, in the 90s, late 90s it was, but nowadays, other than, I can't say that either, I guess, because Judge did it not too long ago. But normally you don't have 60, you don't have guys just knocking out 60 home runs. 50 is impressive. When you get to 60, it's a whole nother level. But yeah, also,
I think hitting 300.
Yeah, his batting average is because the MVP is all around. It's not your just fielding. Although he was catcher in a very hard position. I'll give him that.
Didn't have a single fucking pass
perfect.
ball.
Yeah, he was perfect until
Hit
the playoffs.
60 home runs. Played a platinum fucking glove position.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but I do think
it was close. It was very close.
It was very close.
355 to 335, and
I think the batting average is what did it in. But
probably that and the fact that they're a smaller market team. New York has
everybody sees.
Yeah.
And because we talked about it before. If you go out of the country, more people have New York Yankee hats than any other hat on the planet, just about.
Yeah.
Definitely any other sports team. Yeah. It's iconic because New York is like, hell, back when the Raiders were, sorry, not the Raiders, the Giants, everyone, I saw a lot of Giants caps too, but, no one cared as much. But the Yankee caps were everywhere.
Yeah. Well, also, they haven't had a second New York team that stayed there. The Yankees have been there for
Been there a while.
120 some years, 130 years. So they had the Giants that left, the New York Giants. They had the Brooklyn Dodgers that left, became the LA Giants. They had the Mets, who are still there, but I mean, they haven't been there nearly as long. So, you get rid of all of these teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's always the Yankees that everybody, you either love them or you hate them, but you love to hate them. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Yankees were the hated team back in baseball glory days, it seemed like, because they were always winning and no one could beat them. And when you did beat them, it was a big freaking deal. But,
yeah, when the Dodgers
this was a great World Series, though. It really was.
Oh, it was a great World Series. Shohei really, really, really deserved his World Series ring. But Yoshi proved that he also deserved first place votes for votes for the MVP. I want to see where he finished.
He was the series MVP, the World Series, but
he didn't get a single vote. That's crazy.
Yeah, but look what in a normal season without Shohei Ohtani, it might have been a different thing. Because Shohei, I thought he had a good shot at getting the World Series MVP too. He had a hell of a series.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the playoff MVP because of the 10 strikeouts and the 3 home runs against I think the Brewers.
Yeah,
I think it's the Brewers.
Yeah, hell of a performance, but it is what it is. He's still got the league MVP, which I think is more important. But well, the championship is what you're playing for, but still.
Yeah. I don't know. Shohei definitely deserved it. I think Cal most definitely deserved it.
But you can't say Judge didn't, though.
I didn't say Judge didn't. I said Cal definitely deserved it. I think there should have been a
You think he deserved
collusion.
it over Judge?
No, I think there should have been a collusion of all of the baseball writers. They should have all come together and say, look, these guys had two of the best seasons in baseball history. They should get a co-MVP. It's happened before. Not like with that, but like they should have definitely done that.
I think there's arguments on both sides of that. I wouldn't have been upset either one. Cal deserved it,
They
but
should have done a co-MVP. It was two of the greatest seasons of all time. A catcher
yeah.
hitting 60 or hitting like 65 home runs, setting the record for the most home runs in American League history for regular season and postseason combined. And it's not rewarded. He doesn't really get anything. Aaron Judge wins the fucking Hank Aaron Award. He wins all these other awards. And he doesn't get anything.
You can't say he doesn't, though. But yeah, Cal deserves something. I agree.
Yeah, I'm done bitching.
Well, you're recorded now with your bitching on there. Anyway, yeah, I'm not saying Cal didn't deserve it, but I just hope
Co-MVP. Should have done
I hope
co-MVP.
I hope like hell that when all this is, because we need a cough button. Anyway, we got
That's not the button.
That's
the button.
it's not a cough. Very immature.
Oh, I wonder why.
Anyway, you got three of the greatest seasons, individual performances of all time. You got Shohei, you got Judge, you got Cal Raleigh. If it comes out in a couple of years that all of this, that they're all on juicing on something else again, then it's going to turn a lot of folks off to baseball. Hope it's not the case, but we're seeing something we've never seen before. So
Fuck it, let them all take steroids.
well, yeah. We talked about that before too. Hell, if you're going to pay all
It's
the
just a
money that you
prank.
pay to
I'm
get
just
into the friggin'
kidding.
game, you want to see good competition. And the series was one of the best I've ever seen. I think.
Freaking Banana Bowl is more entertaining.
Haven't watched it.
It's super fucking entertaining. There's so
Might be
crazy
entertaining. It's
athletic.
just, yeah.
It's like the most athletic people you've ever seen just doing dumb shit.
You're doing it for no reason, though. If there was a reason, like they made a diving catch and it was incredible, it's one thing. Just to make a crazy play for a play, that's like WWE is now. They're just doing backflips for the hell of it. There's no point of doing it. There's no story behind it. Make it.
What's the point of story? You're watching a
guess.
fucking baseball game. It's
Yeah,
boring
but
as
you
hell.
want to
Make it more interesting.
I agree with that to a certain extent, but we had some really, really good plays. And yeah, I remember Willie Mays keeping his cap loose so it flew off his head when he made the but that's sport. That's I don't know. I guess that's still kind of along the same. It's entertainment, but you don't do a back. Although Ozzie Smith did a lot of crazy shit, but
Yeah, Ozzie Smith literally did backflips all the time.
it wasn't. That was after a play or whatever.
That was every inning.
Yeah, I guess. Well, Ozzie Smith would have been great in the Banana League or whatever the hell they call it. I'm
I
still
don't
not
even know
watching
what it's
it.
called.
I should give it a chance and at least watch it because I hear that it's really entertaining. But dude, come on, they're making it too much of a spectacle. It seems like I don't know. I'm old school, I guess, but
It's
I
'cause
guess I
you're
need to give
old.
it maybe I need to give it a chance, I guess. But I think it's just it's you're also risking injury to do some crazy stuff just for no reason.
I mean, but like, they're getting so much fucking money.
Okay, well,
They don't have like corporate like people doing their shit. They do it all. He's like the guy who runs it said like he wanted to stay independent because they knew how much they could make out of it if it got to a wider audience.
well, and they're getting a lot of play. Everyone seems to enjoy it that watches it. I'll watch one of them one of these days. It's just I barely
They're
get time to
selling out
watch.
MLB stadiums when these
know.
MLB teams aren't even doing that.
Well, I barely have time to keep up with the major leagues, let alone they got a million teams. There's 162 games a season, not including the playoffs. There's too much crap to watch as it is, and then to watch a league that, as of right now, really, it's not the major leagues yet. It's getting a lot of publicity though, and the people that think baseball is boring probably love it. But I think the game is, and you're right. I don't watch 9 innings hardly of any game. I did watch just about all 18 of that one with the Detroit Tigers, though. But good God, that's a lot of friggin' innings.
And
And
we
a lot
watched
of hype.
almost all of the extra inning game with the game 7. And
How long
I
would you bet on
watched
that? Oh, on that
No,
one.
yeah,
Oh,
game
oh yeah,
7.
yeah, yeah. Game
And
7,
then
I
I
did.
watched
That's different. That's game 7.
like 12, 13 innings of game 3 or 4, whatever it
Another
was.
18-inning game.
Yeah, when I fell asleep, I was laying in bed watching the game, and I remember waking up, my phone was dead.
It was still
And-
going on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up 3, 4. I don't know what time it was here, but I got up and the game was still going. Then I got up again. It was still going. So, yeah, it never seemed to end. I think it was, after midnight on the West Coast? Or no, that wasn't.
It was the West Coast.
It was the West Coast,
They were in
Took forever.
Dodger Stadium. Yeah, which I don't like that. Like, it starts so fucking late here. And then if they go longer than 9, it's always midnight when the game's
Yeah,
over.
it is.
And even if it's not 9, or if it doesn't go over 9, it's still
Yeah, I think that's
almost midnight.
ridiculous. Because you think you'd lose your, I don't know, they got a lot of views or a lot of, it was one of the most watched World Series in over 20 years, I think they said.
I'm just glad
27.
it wasn't the regular season start, because it started at 7 or 8 for the World Series. And then, during the regular season, it would start at 10.
Oh, I know, that's
10:05.
ridiculous.
It would always finish. I'd be watching the press conferences to see what they would say after the game at like 1 a.m. every single night. And then I have to edit for another hour and a half or whatever, and then upload. And it was so fucking annoying.
And there's so many games too now. That was my point, but I guess we ought to get back to the awards.
Yeah, we have the Cy Young. We have
Tarek,
well, I was going to start with the NL.
our guys, Tarek Skubal,
I
two-time.
know our guy's Tarek Skubal. He's a
Two-time.
two-time Cy Young.
That's where
But
you want to start.
I don't have that pulled
National League.
up, so we're going
Fine,
to the
start with the
National League.
National League then. Go ahead.
Okay, Paul Skeens.
He deserves it.
He does deserve it. Yoshi also deserved it. He finished 3rd, which I'm very happy for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
he's up there. He's one of the he's a vote getter. So
yeah, Yamamoto finished 3rd. Should have gotten MVP votes as well, but I'm fine with him.
you just skip
finishing
over
3rd.
number 2.
I'm getting to that, and then we'll get to number 1 again. So number 2 is Christopher Sanchez. He got 120 votes. Yamamoto got 72. I don't think I mentioned that.
You did
Yeah.
not.
So he was literally unanimously second place. 30 votes for second place. No one else got a vote. Unanimous second place. 120 votes. And then Paul Skeens unanimous first place with 210 votes.
Yeah, I think that we thought from almost the mid-season he was going to get it anyway.
Yeah,
And Skubal was.
I
in the
said
league, too.
earlier on in the season that it was probably going to be Skubal and
Skeens.
Skeens
You
or
did.
Yamamoto. I said it was either going to be Skeens or Yamamoto or Skubal or Garrett Crochet.
Well, if you would have put if playoffs were considered for that, he would have won it, I think, because he was incredible. Which I don't think they should include it because they've got their own MVP. But again, the baseball writers do screwy stuff sometimes. So, but yeah, good for Paul Skeens. Congrats to all the award winners.
Yeah. Paul Skeens has also become the 8th pitcher in MLB history to win both Rookie of the Year and Cy Young, joining Don Newcomb, Tom Seaver, Rick Sutcliffe, Fernando Valenzuela, Dwight Gooden, Justin Verlander, and Jacob deGrom.
He's also the 3rd Pirates pitcher to win a Cy Young award.
Yeah, Doug Drabeck and Vern Law are the other two in 1990 and 1960. And then lastly, for the main awards, our guy, Tarek Skubal,
Woohoo!
back-to-back Cy Young Awards. Yeah, Skubal got 26 first place votes. Who are the 4 dipshits that said that Garrett Crochet had a better season?
Well, that's the baseball writers. I don't know. I didn't vote.
Fucking dumbass. Yeah, it was 26-4 for the first and second place votes. Crochet got 132 points and Skubal got 198. And Hunter Brown was 3rd. Max Fried somehow was 4th. Brian Wu and then Carlos Rodon. There was a couple Yankees on here. That's cool. But yeah, Even Aroldis Chapman got on the board, got a couple of votes. And yeah, so Scooble had another amazing season, back to back Cy Youngs. First Tiger to do so since Denny McLain did so in 1968 and 1969. 68 was the year that the Detroit Tigers came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat Bob Gibson's Cardinals in 7 games. One of the best World Series of all time.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Hopefully they can spend money this offseason and fucking do something.
Yep.
Yeah. Tarik Skubal is the first pitcher to claim back-to-back Cy Young awards since Jacob deGrom did so in 2018 and 2019. He's the first AL pitcher to do so since Pedro Martinez did so in 1999 and 2000.
Yep. Good job, Tarik.
See.
So not only did Tarik Skubal and Paul Skeens win the Cy Young Award in each of their respective divisions, they both started the All-Star game for their league. And since 1967, when they started issuing the award for each league, only one other duo had accomplished that feat. And, of course, that was Randy Johnson and Roger Clemens back in 2001. Of course, it had to be those guys. They two of the greatest of all time.
And we're going to quickly run through the next couple of awards. The Comeback Player of the Year for the American League is Jacob deGrom. Had an amazing season. Great to see him win this award.
Yep. I always like the comeback players. And for the Braves, in National League, Comeback Player of the Year was Ronald Acuna Jr. So good job to him.
Yeah.
Had a good season, too.
Yeah, I really like Ronald Acuna Jr. His first game back, he threw out a runner at second base with one of the best throws I had seen up to the season at that point.
And moving on, some other baseball news. Kike Hernandez will miss the World Baseball Classic due to elbow surgery. So he's out.
Yeah, he posted on, I think, Instagram that he had elbow surgery, that he was going into it, and he since had it. And, yeah, hopefully he's ready to start the season. He had left elbow surgery. Yeah, that's mostly all we know. But, yeah.
Well, at least he have it in the off season though. So, like you said, hopefully he's good to go by the regular season, and we'll see how that plays out. And then the only other thing I think we got for baseball, since we did the other awards last week, FBI has arrested Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase in that sports betting and money laundering conspiracy.
Yeah.
Oops.
Innocent until proven guilty, but
it ain't looking good.
Pretty fucking guilty.
Yeah, it ain't looking good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just stupid, just very stupid. I don't know.
Class A had he was a heck of a closer too for the Guardians.
I mean, he
beat
had one
us,
of the best closer seasons of all time, and he was intentionally throwing balls, which I find is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you're gonna give up the guy how much money?
I mean, it's an addiction.
I don't think that's yeah. I don't know. They were saying at first, how much money are you really winning there? But there's millions of dollars on the line in some of those sports betting. It could be billions, I don't know. But
not for this one. This one was just them
placing
bets
stupid
on fucking
balls
first
and
pitch to be a ball.
Yeah, that's just stupid then. He had a great career ahead of him, potentially, even though he was with the Guardians and, screw Ohio.
Yeah, fuck Ohio.
All right. You want to move on to the NHL?
No, I do not. That is not the NHL.
Oh, and you got the computer so far away I can't read it. NFL, then let's do the football.
It's right in front of you, you blind motherfucker.
Well, okay. Moving on to the NFL. Let's talk some football. What do you got?
Just a crazy stat to start off with. Tom
Tom
Brady hasn't
Brady.
played football since 2022, and he still has more wins than the Jets since 2020.
Yeah, Jets aren't doing too hot.
Yeah, he has 32 wins, and the Jets have 27. That's just goes to
I
show
find
the
that
state of the
hilarious.
Jets.
Or how good Tom Brady is.
No, just the state,
State
of
of
the
the Jets.
Jets.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, sports fans, if you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call. And that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third generation, family owned, and veteran operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734 941 2800.
And going to the NFL recap, starting with the Lions, they crushed the Commanders 44-22. Jared Goff had 322 yards or 320 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs.
My bad. Where the hell is There we go. Good job, Lions. I wasn't done.
Wow.
I wasn't done. Well, I don't know what button is what, and you got them
Is
too
that
far away.
one?
Good job, Lions.
The second one down on the left.
Well, now that I know that, maybe you should.
That's the Beyond Parody noise. That's a record.
Yeah, I know what it is now. Maybe you should label the damn thing so I know what I'm doing over here.
Then get me a fucking label maker.
Maybe I should just stop touching stuff too. But good job, Lions.
Yeah, you better.
All right, now I'm done.
Jared Goff was 25 for 33, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 142 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 9.5 yards per carry. Jameson Williams had 6 receptions and 119 yards and a touchdown, and that's just a crazy game for the Lions. They had one of their best games of the season. And Jahmyr Gibbs is matching Barry Sanders through his first 45 games. Yeah, I don't know. It's just his team has been playing crazy.
Match the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, they've just been playing amazingly. And their upcoming matchup tonight, the 8:20 primetime game, is against the Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champions. And according to Pro Football Focus, which are the people that grade the players on how well they played, the Eagles cornerback Cooper DeJean is the number 1 rated cornerback in the league since 2024. And our guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown, is the number 1 wide receiver since 2024. And so this is going to be a great matchup that they're going to go have tonight. And it's crazy.
Yep. And on a side note, I heard ChatGPT thinks the Chiefs and Lions are going to be in the Super Bowl, and Lions are going to come out victorious.
Fuck ChatGPT.
Oh, I agree.
Stupid.
It's annoying too. Everyone's using it for. You can kind of
Kids
tell.
can't read anymore.
Well, you can kind of tell when some moron sends you a text and it sounds, it sounds somewhat decent or well spoken. It's probably ChatGPT. Yeah, I had that happen just last week, and I'm like, I know this is ChatGPT. Or they used AI to send the text because there's no way they. Anyway, separate topic altogether, but yeah, good job, Lions. Good job, St. Brown. I think we got a good team still.
Yeah,
we lost 3 this year, but we're
speaking of the Lions team. Lions have placed tight end Sam Laporta on injury reserve due to a back injury, sidelining him for a minimum of 4 games.
Yeah, that's a big hit to the Lions. I mean, that's what killed us last season was all the damn injuries. But it's football. I mean, you're going to have them. But God, one of our best. Bad time for him to go down.
Yeah. Next,
anytime's a bad time, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's true. Next, the Jaguars lost to the Houston Texans, and were outscored 26-0 in the fourth quarter as the Texans made a huge comeback. Davis Mills, 292 yards. And yeah, just a crazy game. Woody Marks led somehow with 63 rushing yards, which is just crazy. And then Nico Collins had 136 receiving yards, which led for the day. He had 7 receptions on 15 targets. And yeah, just a crazy comeback. It's, I don't like, there's nothing more to say. It's just an insane comeback. Next in the NFL recap, the Patriots beat the Buccaneers 28-23 in a very, very, very good game. Baker Mayfield was the passing leader with 273 yards. Travion Henderson was the rushing leader. And then Emeka Ibuka had 115 receiving yards rather, and was the receiving leader for the day. Just a crazy, crazy game. And lastly, the Colts won in overtime against the Atlanta Falcons 31-25. And Jonathan Taylor had one of his best games of his entire career. Jonathan Taylor had 32 carries, 244 yards, 3 receptions, 42 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns, including the game winner in overtime for the Colts. He is one of the best players in the NFL, and he is carrying the Colts to a playoff appearance. The Colts are currently 8-2 with the second best record in the NFL, behind the New England Patriots, who are 9-2. And yeah, I mean, just a crazy start for the Colts. They have an owner who actually gives a shit. They're playing amazing football. Just crazy.
Well, it makes all the difference in the world. You gotta have backup, and gotta go out and get the players that matter. Unlike the Lions and Tigers, he's during the trade deadline. So
yeah, yeah, that still pisses me off. Why the fuck
I
didn't
know.
they do anything?
Sorry I brought it up. It's a sore subject.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over some standings in the AFC. In the East, the New England Patriots are on top with 9-2 record. The Buffalo Bills are second place with a 6-3 record. In the North, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 5-4, and the Ravens, with a losing record, are 4-5. So, yeah. AFC South, the Colts are 8-2. And in the West, Denver Broncos are on top, also 8-2 record, but kind of close division there with the LA Chargers right behind them with 7-3 record. As far as the NFC conference, or NFC, we've got Philadelphia Eagles are 7-2. The Detroit Lions are tied. Thank you for that.
Go Lions.
Yeah, go Lions. Lions are tied right now for first place with 6-3 records with the Chicago Bears. Duh, Bears. But right on their heels is the Green Bay Packers with a 5-3 record. And Minnesota is way at the bottom there. So, but no one cares about Minnesota right now. NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 6-3 with the Carolina Panthers with a 5-5 record. In the West, Seattle Seahawks are 7-2, tied with the LA Rams, same record. The 49ers are right behind them with a 6-4 record. And of course, the Cardinals, I think, are worse than the NFL with a 3-6 record. Or no, I'm sorry. New York Giants still have that distinction with a 2-8 record, along with the LA Raiders, 2-7. So yeah, no, I own Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry, so I was way off. 2-8 for the. A lot of teams with the only 2 wins this season so far. So
yeah, the Jets suck, and fuck Ohio as always. And lastly, for this portion, the Patriots literally just cloned Tom Brady in the form
not
of,
literally.
No, I'm pretty sure they literally did. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady literally did.
He cloned his dog.
He did clone his dog. And there was, I don't know if this is true, but there was something out there that he did clone, or he like had a child or something that like,
23 years ago.
yeah, well, not like he had a child, but like he donated DNA or whatever, did something, and they made a child. Um, so it's probably Drake May because through their first 22 career games, Drake May has a better completion percentage, two less yards per game, and the exact same number of touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty impressive start. It's a very, very low, 22 games is decent, but it's
Yeah.
it's still very early in his career. He's a long way from Tom Brady's status, but if he's his kid,
He's already considered to be one of the better deep ball throwers in the league. And it's his second year. Like, it's crazy to think about.
no, it's interesting to watch, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But he's got a long way from. He's still got a long way to go before he's up there with Tom Brady.
I mean, Tom Brady won his Super Bowl in his second season, so who knows?
Yep. Speaking of the Patriots, they place defensive tackle Milton Williams on the injured reserve with it's an ankle injury.
Yeah, so he's going to be out for a bit. And speaking of another injury, J.K. Dobbins of the Broncos is going to undergo season-ending foot surgery. That was first reported, and then Ian Rappaport came out and said that it might not be season-ending if the Broncos make it to a Super Bowl, and because then because he didn't technically break anything. He just had two little tears. So they're trying to basically just have him rest until then, and then he'd be able to play most likely. But I don't know if the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. I mean, they have a great record. They're playing good right now, but yeah, I don't know.
Yep. And the Jaguars, two-way player Travis Hunter has undergone season-ending knee surgery, so
Yeah.
he's definitely out.
Yeah, and that kind of sucks. I mean, he's one of the most electric players. One of the first plays we saw at a training camp was him making like a freaking crazy catch where he did a freaking tumble. It was awesome. Yeah, so he's an amazing player. That's really a tough loss for the Jaguars. But yeah, they already said that he's going to, when he comes back, he is going to still be both a corner and a receiver. Which good, because he's a crazy good athlete.
Yep. Darren Payne has been suspended for one game for an act of unsportsmanlike conduct against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, and for context,
Not cool.
everyone just saw him like punch Amon-Ra St. Brown for like no reason. And then he posted on his Instagram the other day on his story a video of Amon-Ra punching him moments before he would score the touchdown. And so Amon-Ra's been fined, which surprised he didn't get suspended as well. But I mean, hey, who cares? But yeah, I mean, if they're not going to suspend one, why suspend the other?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I get like what happened, but like, why don't you look into it before you suspend a person?
That's what I would think. And I mean, I'm thinking a fine, but that's pretty bad conduct. If they're
was a pretty
punching
big
each
fine.
other, that's worth the suspension in my book, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, look into it more, I guess.
It's crazy. They didn't even do any research into it and just gave a suspension and fined the dude a bunch of money. Yeah, so they
I'm glad St. Brown's not suspended though, because we need it.
yeah.
But at the same time, fair is fair. But yeah,
They fined him like 27,000 or something like that, and then they fined Amon-Ra 12,000. And then they also fined another defensive tackle for the Commanders 28,000 for contact with an official, and then another player for use of a helmet, which I'm pretty sure he just headbutted another player.
Can't people just keep their hands off of each other? I mean, even the police officer that we
Apparently,
talked about in
no.
the,
Apparently, just
I
no.
guess not. But I mean, how much, a 10, 12, 15, $20,000 fine to these guys? Is that really I mean, that's like losing a 20 out of your wallet to normal folks. So it might sting
Yeah.
them, man. It's not, I don't know.
I mean, they're all making crazy money, so
Yeah.
like, who cares? But like,
They probably
still,
don't even, yeah.
it's a bit ridiculous.
Yep. And then we've got some kind of sad news. We've got actually a number of players that have passed away.
Yeah, players and coaches.
I guess most notable, John Beam passed away after being shot in at a California university, which I don't know how this wasn't bigger news. I guess he was.
Yeah, I saw it all over Twitter, but like, I'm chronically online, so
Yeah, and he was in the Netflix documentary. I believe it was at University U or
Last Chance.
Last Chance U. Yeah, which I've seen it on there, but I never watched it. So I really want to check it out. But he was featured in that. From what I hear, and I don't know the whole story on it. I don't even know if they got the shooter. I don't know what happened with that, but
Yeah, they have someone in custody.
I've seen it basically by a mistake. I seen it trending on Google, so I
Yeah,
I
it was an
checked on it.
opposing football
Yeah.
player from another team.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was? Okay.
That's what they said.
But yeah, so he passed away, and we also have we got to go through this because we've got so many.
Yeah.
Legendary Hall of Famer Kenny Easley has passed away at age 66. No cause of death that has been given yet.
Yeah, that's for a couple of these guys. There's been no cause of death. And in the NHL, Mel Bridgman, former Flyers captain and first Senators GM, dies at 70, and there's been no cause of death so far.
Yep. And then we've got a couple of deaths in the NBA. Michael Ray Richardson has passed away at 70, and his was due to prostate cancer. And
Legendary NBA player and coach Lenny Wilkins has died at 88.
yeah, so our as always, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, friends, and fans of all these coaches and players. And
Yeah, it's just
wow, what a
crazy.
week, huh?
Yeah,
Just
there's a lot of shit
crazy.
that happened.
Well, now we're might as well continue with the NBA. Steph Curry has tied Michael Jordan for the most 40-point games after turning 30 years old in NBA history. So, good company to be in, huh?
Yeah, he's one of the best of all time. It's crazy.
Well, just once you get past a certain age, too, I mean, your knees start to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Really, when you hit 40, it really goes downhill, I think. But 30 is still.
I mean, this list is just crazy. It's Curry, Jordan, Damian Lillard, Kobe Bryant, James Harden, and Larry freaking Bird.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a crazy set of players, some of the greatest in NBA history.
Yep.
Next, our Detroit Pistons have won 9 in a row. Yeah, awesome. It's their longest win streak in 17 years. That is 2008, and they are on a roll. Cade Cunningham and the entire group are doing amazing this year. And their next game is tomorrow against the 1-12 Pacers, who are apparently just Tyrese Halliburton. And when they don't have him, they just can't find a win. Which their one win was against Steph Curry, albeit, which is just fucking crazy. The Warriors
Yeah.
are just gifting wins to people to just be nice this year, I guess.
But 9 in a row, yeah, that's a heck of a streak.
And they have one of the worst performing teams this year tomorrow. Knock on wood, if there's wood somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's just interesting. It's exciting to see. We got the Pistons doing great. We got the Lions tied for first place. Tigers had a good, well,
They had a decent run, but they didn't make any trades at the deadline, so they fucking sucked at the end.
okay. Got it.
I'm still bitter.
Yeah, oh, me too. And yeah, so good for the Pistons. I hope this is good news and hope they do better than the Tigers. Tigers had a hell of a streak going too. They were first team to 60 or 70 or something like that. I think 60
Yeah, their
at
first team
least.
to like 40, 50, 60 wins, and then
They were
just
killing
fell the
everybody.
fuck off.
And then they couldn't get a win. They couldn't string together. It seemed like 2 wins in a row for a while there. And then they just barely won the division. So, they didn't win the division. They won the championship though, because they beat the.
They did win the division.
Oh yeah. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did.
They just barely made the playoffs, is what I meant. They just kind of edged in with a wild card. And they should have ran away with the division. But anyway, hopefully Pistons keep it going. And then moving on, I guess the Dallas Mavericks and owner Patrick Dumont have fired general manager Nico Harrison. Happy about that, are you?
Yes, one of the worst trades in NBA history was the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka Doncic to the fucking Lakers. They had LeBron, they were already good, and then you give them the best young talent in the NBA at the time, probably still the best young player in the NBA. And one of the worst decisions of all time. He should have been fired on the spot when it fucking happened. And it's ridiculous. It's still the most baffling trade of all time. And next, the Pelicans at 2-10 have fired Willie Green as their head coach. And I mean, probably expected. I mean, I'm surprised. Well, I'm not really surprised that the Pacers coach hasn't been fired, mostly because when your star player is out, I'm pretty sure you're not going to do much winning. But like, still, the Pacers are looking awful this year.
Yep, and only 2 players in NBA history have opened the season with 10 straight games of 25 plus points, 5 plus assists, and they are, of course, Allen Iverson from 05-06 season, and Therese Maxey in this year, 25-26 season.
Yeah, and they're both on the Philadelphia 76ers. 2 of the best players for their franchise, in my opinion. Of course, AI is one of the best players of all time.
AI, the player, of course, not the...
Yes, Allen Iverson, not the...
Just in case
thing that's, draining all of our fresh water.
Yep. And then, you want to talk Clippers?
Yeah, guard Brady Beal has fractured his hip and will undergo season-ending surgery.
Yeah, it's too bad. I guess that wraps it up for NBA. Unless you got anything else?
No, that's basically it for that.
So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for the NBA. What else you got?
Next is MMA and boxing in the UFC. Islam Makhachev has beaten Jack Della Maddalena to become the 11th fighter in UFC history to hold 2 UFC championships at the same time. He has also tied Anderson Silva's record for the longest win streak in UFC history at 16.
Yeah, he's on quite a run. Good for him.
Yeah, he becomes the new welterweight champion. And for those who don't know, he's in the same circle as Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is the only UFC fighter in history to have more than 25 fights and be undefeated. He was 29-0, one of the greatest fighters of all time. And then one of the people
I'm undefeated also.
So am I. One of the people he's running with is now one of the best fighters in the UFC. And Islam's father literally called it. He said Khabib's going to come in, he's going to smash everyone, and then Islam's going to follow right behind him and he's going to do the same. And he did. And they make fighters differently in Russia. They're just all insane and all technical experts.
Ivan the Drago.
He was using steroids though.
He's pretty jacked up. He still got beat though.
Yeah.
And then his son got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Years later. Okay.
because you always got to beat a Russian.
Yep.
It's
WWE
like the
did it every
biggest-
time.
That's like the biggest fucking trope in the world. Like, it's always got to be a Russian villain.
WWE every time. They always beat the big Russian.
Yeah. Who's the Nikolai Volkov?
Nikolai Volkov, Boris Zukov, which they weren't even Russian.
Yeah.
Boris might have been. I don't know, but I know
Half
Nikolai
of those
wasn't
guys aren't
Russian.
the races that they're playing.
Well, even Smash from
There's only like
Demolition.
one. I'm pretty sure it was Tatanka. Wasn't he actually Native American?
I think so. Yeah, because the other guys, the other ones that were played native characters weren't. The Briscoe brothers were, but I don't know if they ever played that heritage up. But not that I know. But I mean, they were before my time. But yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I get-
Oh, one more thing I wanted to say about this UFC event. Dylan Dennis has been banned from all UFC events after starting a fight in the front row. And Dana White got all pissed and was talking about it at the press conference. Yeah. But yeah, there was a huge fight that broke out at the UFC event.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Glad you
Yeah.
remembered it.
Yeah, they had to ban a bunch of people. Yeah, it was a huge ordeal. Dana White said that he knew about the fact that they wanted to fight and didn't do anything about it and felt responsible, which is like kind of, yeah, you didn't do anything.
And it spills over into the crowd. Well, makes it exciting unless you're the one getting hit.
Dylan Dennis got his fucking ass beat. It was hilarious.
I think that wraps it up for us.
Yeah, that's it. There was a lot of shit that we had to go through.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, folks. As with every week, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know how you feel. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
And here's the random clip of the week.
And I got it right.
First time for everything.
Oh, come on. Come on. That is terrible. That is an absolutely terrible call.